Welcome back, everybody, and it is the prediction show for the Mayan the Silver Fox Challenge, and I am KFC Dad.
It's week number 8.
Week number 8, and who are you?
Hey everyone, my name's Mayan Silver Fox.
I think this is going to be a very, very interesting weekend of football in the Premier League, don't you, Mayan Silver Fox?
Yeah, we will be going to Waygate.
There's some battles at the bottom, Southampton and Leicester, and Ipswich have got Everton.
Yeah. Whoo! And there's a Wolves as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be very, very interesting. I wonder what we are going to pick for the scores.
This is going to be interesting, this Andrew.
So going back to week 9, the scores. Now in the lead is KFC Dad with a whopping 63 points. And in second place is Wesley Schnauzer with 45 points. And in last place is Mayan the Silver Fox with a paltry 35 points.
I might come back.
I think I'm nearly doubled your score, mate. So you are doing absolutely shite.
I'm doing better than you in the championship.
You are actually. So right, that's the scores from the last week.
Smash the like and subscribe to the channel. Come on, guys.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe to the channel. It all helps and it doesn't take long. Just smash that button. So the first game of the weekend is a 12:30 kickoff, and it is game number 1.
Spurs against West Ham.
London derby. Spurs against West Ham. Spurs in their last game before the international break, they were 2-0 up against Brighton, and they
bottled it.
They did, and it was fun watching expressions, wasn't it?
It's getting very frustrated. It's getting a very angry man.
Yeah, it was funny. Okay, so Spurs, they were 2-0 up, and they ended up losing 3-2 to Brighton, whereas West Ham,
they won 4-1 against Ipswich Town.
Fellow promotion club Ipswich Town went to West Ham and they lost 4-1.
That was good point for us, Dad.
Well, listen, before that they'd got 4 draws and they were picking up points. Only 1 point at a time, but picking up points, which has kept them out of the relegation zone. But they went and lost 4-1, which I don't know what happened there. They're usually quite solid, but yeah. So what do you...
You know about the thing about Danny Jones? He's on fire, Dad.
Let's hope he doesn't score this weekend, because we don't want him to break Vardy's record of 11-11.
No,
so he's got what, 6-6 now, or 7-7?
Yeah.
So yeah, don't score this weekend, Brennan Johnson. And don't score against West Ham. So, what's your prediction for this one, mate?
3-1 Spurs.
3-1 to Spurs?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they're not going to bottle it?
No, they come back 3 points again.
I think you're right. They will come back, and I think they're going to win 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0 to Spurs. What about in Schnauzer Palace? What is he thinking? Mr. Wesley Schnauzer.
Hey everyone, I'm Wesley Schnauzer and welcome back to the prediction vlog. This is Premier League Week 8. The 12:30 kickoff on Saturday is Tottenham Hotspur versus West Ham United, a London derby. Tottenham Hotspur capitulated in their last game against Brighton, having been 2-0 up. West Ham got a good win against Ipswich and they won 4-1. In this one, I'm going to go 2-1 to Spurs. I think they'll get back to winning ways.
Okay, game number 2 is
Fulham versus Aston Villa.
Yes, Fulham versus Aston Villa. 2 sides that are doing really well this season. I mean, Aston Villa, they haven't lost in their last 5 games, but their last 2 games they drew.
Yeah, I watched their games. They truly won against Manchester United. But what happened? They're missing chances.
But do you think because of Champions League sometimes some teams, the league form suffers.
Yes. And tiredness.
Yeah. And whereas Fulham, they lost their last game, didn't they?
They played so excellent, very well.
Against Manchester City.
And
they lost 3-2.
They shouldn't have penalty.
Yeah, so, Fulham are doing very, very well this season. Marco Silva has bought very well and is doing good.
He's bought some good players. Bought Smith Rowe,
Castagna from us before, a couple of
doing
seasons ago.
You're doing alright there.
Yeah, so what are you going to go for on this one, mate?
I'm sorry for the fans. You might win on that day. I just got a feeling Villa will win.
Yeah, what score?
2-1.
2-1. Okay. Well, I'm going to go for a sort of an even game, cat and mouse, and I'm going to say Villa will nick it 1-0. So that's what I think will be in this one. And what about Mr. Schnauzer?
What about we go to the Pussycat House?
The game number 2 is Fulham versus Aston Villa, the 3 p.m. kickoff. 2 evenly matched teams. That's why I'm going for a 1-1 draw on this one. Fulham and Aston Villa both doing very well. Aston Villa in the Champions League. I think it will be a draw.
Game number 3 is
Ipswich Town against Everton.
Ipswich Town versus Everton. Now, this is one of the games at the bottom of the table that's, a tasty game, because there's also going to be Southampton versus Leicester. Now, in this game, Everton haven't lost in their last 3 games.
Yes.
They've won 1 and drawn 2, and I think they've drawn their last game against Newcastle, which is quite a feat.
A decent for them.
Yeah, that was decent. And Ipswich, they had 4 draws, but in their last game, they lost 4-1 to West Ham.
I'm going to say they got a bit smashed.
They did. I don't know what happened there. So, what do you think is going to happen for this game?
I don't think Ipswich will win this one.
No.
No, I'm sitting on the fence first one. KFC Dad. I'm going for 1-1.
A 1-1 draw. Well, you know what? I'm going for Ipswich Town's first win of the season, and I'm going to say they're going to win 2-1 against Everton.
No, we don't want that.
Well, Leicester won't want that, but I'm predicting the score of what I think is going to be, irregardless of who we support and anything else. So I'm going to say Ipswich to win 2-1 in this game. What about Mr. Schnauzer? What does he think?
Game number 3 is Ipswich Town versus Everton. 2 teams near the bottom of the table, just outside the relegation zone. I think it'll be a Desmond, a 2-2 draw. Everton doing well, and Ipswich getting a few draws, but losing their last game against West Ham.
So game number 4 is
Manchester United against Brentford.
Manchester United sit just above Leicester City in 14th place.
Man United not doing very well.
Only won once in their last 5 games. In their last 5 games, they've drawn 2, they've lost 2, and they've won 1.
That's a bit embarrassing for them.
It is. Do you think Ten Hag's going to get the tic tac if he loses this game?
I think he's going to get sacked.
That's what I mean, tic tac.
Yeah. Because I think he's falling out with the players and falling out with the staff and the fans.
Yeah, he's not doing good, is he? We don't wish anybody to be sacked or anything, but it's looking likely that there's a bit of discontent there. I mean, in the news this week, they don't want Alex Ferguson to be their ambassador anymore.
I'm a bit shocked.
For a guy who's done so much for that club, and they don't want him because of how much he's been paid. I think a estimated 2 million or something. Anyway, their opponents.
Brentford going to win.
Brentford, they won their last game, didn't they?
I like the
on an 8-goal thriller with Wolves.
I like the manager, Dad.
Yeah, 8-goal thriller with Wolves. 5-3 they won. At one point, Wolves were winning 2-1, weren't they?
Yeah, and then they bottled it.
They did bottle it.
They
became Spurs. Right, so What are you going for on this one, mate?
You're going to be shocked. Man United going to lose at Old Trafford. They're going to be falling down.
Okay, what are you going to say?
I'm saying 2-1 to Brentford. And a scream from last minute.
2-1 to Brentford?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to go. I'm going to back Manchester United to win 2-0. I think something will click. I don't know if he'll carry on like that, but I think they'll win in this game. So I'm going to go 2-0. So let's go over to Schnauzer Palace. And what is your prediction, Mr. Schnauzer?
Manchester United against Brentford. As KFC Dad already said, Manchester United just above Leicester City in the table at the moment. I think it will be a 2-1 win for Manchester United and a little bit of pressure off Erik ten Hag.
And we plod on to game number 5.
Going to the Jones Park is Newcastle versus Brighton.
Newcastle versus Brighton. Two teams that are doing very well. I think they're 6th and 7th in the league at the moment. Both on 12 points. Both in their last 5 games have only lost once. And they're both like sort of on par with each other, aren't they?
I'm going to say now, I think Newcastle are a bit struggling a little bit. They've struggled 2 games, Dad.
Well, they've not been the greatest like they were in previous seasons. But I think Brighton getting that win against Spurs in their last game, coming back from 2-0 down. Wesley, not your turn yet. It's not your turn yet. Shut up. It's not your turn yet. Let us finish. Right. So yeah. So what are you going for on this one?
I'm going for a 2-1 to Brighton.
2-1 to Brighton. I'm gonna go Brighton as well. I'm gonna go 1-0 to Brighton. All right, okay. You can have your go now.
Yeah, next time, don't make me wait that long. I don't like waiting around. Another 2 teams that are similar and evenly matched is Newcastle United versus Brighton and Hove Albion. I think this will be a 2-1 win for Newcastle United. I think they'll just about get that win.
Okay, so game number 6 is
travelling down to Southampton versus Leicester City. We will be going, me and Kelsey, Dad.
We will be. Yes, it's Southampton versus Leicester City. A huge game. A battle at the bottom. Like Everton and Ipswich, Leicester and Southampton. They're at the bottom there. It's going to be a difficult game. I just hope that if the players are watching or the club, don't be complacent in this game. I mean, Southampton, they haven't done very well at all since coming up. In their last 5 games, they've just got 1 draw, 4 losses. They haven't had a win yet. They play good football in spells, but they're not converting that into wins. So,
but the way the South, if they lose against Leicester, they will just get sacked. Their owners want, and the fans want him to go.
Yeah, they will, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We can't say anything about that. We will have to just wait and see what happens with that. What we need to know is, what's your prediction for this?
Dad, I'm going to be laughing at you in a minute. You said a minute ago, 2-1 to Southampton.
Yeah, waffled on too much then. Right, I'm going to go for a Southampton win as well. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I did, but I didn't mean to say that, so that's why we have to do this one again.
You got to put it in blumpers.
No.
We don't do that anymore. We missed that.
Yes.
And also, I'm saying Leicester to win 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Mayan Diddy loves scoring against Southampton. He will score 2, and Jamie Vardy will score 1.
Okay, so I'm going to go for a Leicester win as well. Not a Southampton, Leicester win.
Hey.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 Leicester win. I think it'll be tight. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think we'll get the win. So that's game number 6. And let's go over to Schnauzer Palace.
Southampton versus Leicester City. I think we're going to scrape a 1-0 win for Leicester City on this one. Southampton still yet to get a win, and Leicester City coming off the back of their first win of the season against Bournemouth. I think this will be very, very tight.
Game number 7 is
Bournemouth versus Arsenal.
Bournemouth versus Arsenal. Okay, so Bournemouth in the last round played against Leicester, and they played very well, but Leicester got the win, the 1-0 win. They had a lot of shots at us, didn't they?
They did. But I think they're missing Dominic Strank, in my opinion.
They are. They have got Semenyo though. He was been scoring goals. And Arsenal played against Southampton and won
3-1.
3-1. They sit currently third in the league, same points as Manchester City, 17 points, and Liverpool sit top of the league with 18 points. In their last 5 games, Arsenal have won all. Well, no, not won all. They've won 3 and drawn 2.
They're not doing too bad.
They're doing all right. They are title contenders.
Do you think they win the league or not?
Well, at the beginning of the season, I said yes.
What I'm saying now, Liverpool will do it.
Well, only because they're at the top right now.
No,
But we'll talk about Liverpool in a minute. So let's carry on with this. So, what's your prediction for this game?
I'm going for 4-0 Arsenal.
4-0. You think?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to go 3-0. 3-0 to Arsenal.
To Robbie Lyle.
Hey?
He'd be happy. Robbie will be happy for that.
Yes. Okay, so that's our predictions. What about Mr. Schnauzer?
Bournemouth versus Arsenal. I can only see one winner in this. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. Arsenal are doing very well. They're third in the league, haven't lost in 5 games, like the boys have said. So I can't see anything else but an Arsenal win.
Okay, so game number 8 is
Wolves versus Manchester City.
yes, Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester City. Wolverhampton Wanderers currently prop up the league and at bottom of the league with just 1 draw in and 4 losses in their last 5 games. Haven't won a game yet, and in their last game got smashed 5-3 by Brentford.
Yes, but we don't want Haaland to score, please.
You don't want Haaland to score.
No,
Why?
because he will cut Vardy up.
No, I don't think he's got any concern. I'll have to check that because if he has, then he's like Brennan Johnson. There'll be 2 of them vying for lives. Anyway, so Manchester City, we just mentioned, they're second in the league with 17 points, doing what Manchester City do. So, what will you go for on this one?
Going 4-0 to Manchester City.
4-0.
They're too strong and good, and Pep Guardiola will stay at Manchester City. I think one more deal.
No, I don't think he will. I think he'll go. But anyway, my prediction for this game is going to be Manchester City as well. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Manchester City.
Why don't you think he will stay?
Why don't I think he'll stay?
Yeah, Pep Guardiola.
Because the rumours are that he's going to go.
I can see one more season.
Well, maybe he might. But anyway, let's go over to Schnauzer Palace and see what he thinks of this game.
Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester City. Again, I can only see one winner in this. I'm going to go 3-1 to Man City. Wolves sitting at the bottom of the league, yet to get a win and have 4 losses on the bounce. Manchester City are second in the league and haven't lost in their last 5 games, winning their last game against Fulham 3-2.
Game number 9 is
Liverpool versus Chelsea.
Liverpool, top of the league, Liverpool against Chelsea. Only losing once in their last 5 games. And it's an interesting fact, man, Silver Fox, that Liverpool lost to Forest. That's their only loss in the last 5 games. But Chelsea, they drew with Forest in their last game.
Yes.
So Forest are doing quite well. But Enzo is working his magic now, and I think he's starting to mould his squad, and they're playing for the manager. He hasn't lost in the last 5 either.
Tuchel can't get in the Chelsea team.
No, he can't. But they are doing very, very well. So, what's your prediction for this one?
It's gonna be a good one. I think Liverpool win 2-1.
2-1. I'm going to go for a Desmond. I think this will be a 2-2 draw. I think they're both kind of evenly matched. And yeah, I think they've both got quality in their squad. And I think it will be a Desmond, a 2-2 draw for me. What about the Mr. Schnauzer? What's your prediction for game number 9?
The second of the Sunday kickoffs, it's Liverpool against Enzo Maresca's Chelsea. I'm going to go a 1-1 draw on this one. I can't separate them. I think Chelsea have started kicking on now, but Liverpool sit top of the league. But I'm still going for a 1-1 draw.
Okay, so the last game of the weekend is the Monday night kickoff, and it is
Forest versus Crystal Palace.
That's game number 10. Now,
we got to play them next week, Forest.
We do. Now, Forest, sitting 10th in the league at the moment. They've done very, very well. I mean, it's good how they have, played against some of the toughest teams, and they've got, either a draw or a win. I mean, they beat Liverpool.
They drew against Chelsea.
They drew against Chelsea. So they're a very, very tough side, and the manager has done very well for them.
Fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play to him. Whereas Crystal Palace currently sit in the bottom 3 and aren't doing that good at all.
No.
They've just slumped, haven't they?
What are you predicting, KFC Dad?
I'm going to go... I can't see anything past a 2-1 win for Forest.
I'm going for a sit on the front this one. I'm going for a Desmond.
A Desmond?
2-2 draw.
You said a Deadman.
Yeah, that's what I'll call it.
It's a Desmond. Right, okay, so you're going for a 2-2 draw. I've gone for a 2-1 Forest win. And what about Mr. Schnauzer? What about you, mate?
What about you, Trent?
The Monday night kickoff is Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace in the bottom 3 at the moment, yet to win a game as well. At Forest have done very, very well. They are sitting at 10th place in the league and have done very well. I'm going to go 3-0 win to Forest for this one. Thank you for watching, guys, and remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed watching our predictions. I've got to do better than the boys this week.
So that's all our predictions for this coming weekend. Hope you've enjoyed watching, and remember, smash a like and subscribe to the channel.
And football is back.
Football is back after the international weekend.
It was been boring.
We will be travelling down to Southampton for the game against Southampton. So if you see us, give us a shout.
And also I'm going to do some food review again back.
You're going to do a food review?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
On what?
Some food.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that.
And also, come on, please get the 3 points and come on, City.
Yeah. So it's good night from him, and it's good night from me, and it's adios amigos.
Blue Army!